people, there's so many of us that the side effect, the residual, I think Jerry, that you were on with Jerry, didn't he say he had seizures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know a lot of us, like I was on anti-seizure meds. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And the fact that, you know, there's things that are out there that people don't know about is what just fuels me, because, you know, if I can help, fine. If not, maybe you can tell somebody else and you can help, you know, because I was a pill pusher all my life. As a nurse, that's what we do. You know, it was that culture. And all of a sudden, I'm learning all about holistic medicine, and I met a friend who, I think, Tawnie, I was telling you she's a scientist.
Yes, because I was telling Maddie that we should try and interview her.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she is just crazy. She had a whole bunch of autoimmune diseases that took away her career as a scientist. She worked for 15 years and started getting really ill and had so many chronic problems. So she started to learn on her own, which is kind of why I told her, I said, I'm a mini you. I'm learning on my own now what can help me. And she started learning. So now she does nothing but functional medicine. Wow. And she has changed so many lives just by different supplements that your body needs and different tests. She does tests for people that will tell you what you particularly need, not just to go pick up like 500 milligrams of something or 200. So it's fine-tuned to what your body needs. But she also teaches us how to eat. I'm doing a live with her Wednesday if you guys want to watch.
Please, yes. Yeah, please send us an invite.
Yeah, and she is just amazing. She can help you understand your body like nobody can. I didn't even know what, you know, detoxing myself and how your gut is related to your brain, you know, gut health and brain health. I never knew your gut is like your second brain.
I know, I'm really working on that.
But I'm sitting now every day, and all I do is I drink smoothies like she told me to do, and I do green drinks, and I take all these amazing supplements. The multivitamin that our company sells has so much in it to help what's going on in the world now, is to help boost your own immune system. And when I hear people come on and talk about, you know, oh, well, go get the vaccine and go get I'm not anti-vaccine at all, but it's just, you know, learn your body, boost your own immune system. We have an amazing body, that I can tell you as a nurse. And my favorite line is, give your body what it needs and watch what it does. Because it will just change your whole life and how you walk, how you talk. I look at people that are my age, guys, and they look at me and they go, there is no way you do not look 64. And my husband is 78, and he goes to the doctor sometimes, and they will ask to see his ID because they think it was printed wrong, that he's 78. Yeah.
This is so interesting to me, Deborah. I would love to know, like, in terms of your recovery from stroke, like, what have been the things that you feel like have been your biggest either mindset shift or things that have contributed to your recovery? Like, is it the water?
Well, the mindset is first and foremost, because when I came home, the first thing I said, it was a week before my strokes came on, a week before my birthday, and we had all kinds of plans. And so when I came home and I missed my birthday, I was in that woe is me. And how am I ever going to wear this is very vain, guys. It sounds vain, but I'm Italian and I've always worn high heels. Everybody says I came out of the womb kicking with those heels. And my first thought was, I'm not going to be able to wear my sexy heels for my amazing husband. So, and my balance was off, and I love to rollerblade. I love to jog. I love to get on the treadmill. Love to walk my dogs. And I was like, my whole life is gone, changed. And then all of a sudden I grabbed a hold of myself and I said, wait a minute. this is a gift from God. For my birthday, he gave me my life. I could have been gone.
I love your attitude.
And I could have just been gone. And then I thought about it and I was like, okay, so if I never regain, you know, what I feel on my left side, if I have to walk in tennis shoes for the rest of my life, you know, if I get tired, I don't care. I'm here. I get to see my grandkids. I get to still continue to share my passion. And I believe that, you know, my passion is what made my purpose. And my purpose is I am going to help people understand that it's never too late. Like you guys said, it's never too late.
How would you say that have the stroke affected you primarily?
It's affected me, and I was watching Tawnie's live, and it's so funny how many things had come up that I never paid attention to, and it's like things that I don't remember. I've noticed there's a lot of times I'll say to my husband, okay, I'll be back in 10 minutes when I'm cooking. I used to never need a timer. I always need a timer now because I burnt dinner. You know, I just forget it's in there. And if I have to put the timer, more sticky notes, and physically, I get so tired. I get tired. And my husband says, honey, you know, you are 64 years old. And I'm like, yeah, but wait a minute. 3 months ago, I was almost 64, and I could run circles, you know, around people.
But also, you are so fresh out. Like, it is mind-blowing to me. Like, the first 6 months, I look back, and, like, it was still bad. So when I hear that other survivors were told, like, at 6 months, that's about as good as you're going to get, I was like, if my doctor would have told me that, I would have, like, lost it, because it was, I mean, I'm 4 years out, and I feel like I'm just now kind of getting better. Like, I'm not seeing as dramatic, like, every month I'm not seeing a huge dramatic difference.
Well, let me tell you, I hate when people and doctors say that, because everybody's different and our bodies are different. And when the doctor said to my mother when she was in a stroke, when she was in a coma, that she would never wake up, and he said, he flat out told me, he goes, quit painting these pretty pictures for your family. Because I kept telling them there was still a possibility. I saw her MRIs, and I saw that she was not brain dead. And and the doctor said to me, quit painting these pretty pictures. Oh, I looked at him and I said, listen, you POS. And I said, you worry about doing the doctor work, and you let God take care of my mother, because she's not in your hands, and you don't know her fight and her drive and what's inside of that woman. And she fought and clawed, and she came out of it, and they took her off the ventilator, and they said, you know, it was never going to happen. So that's another thing. Don't ever let anybody tell you shit. Sorry.
I love that. No, 100%. Don't.
Yeah.
And I also found it so interesting because of your background coming from a nurse. I absolutely loved when you said, I used to be a pill pusher, and now I'm more into holistics. If you could talk more, because like I feel very lucky that out in California, almost all my doctors are very supportive. Like when I say I'm completely plant-based, I don't take any like pharmaceuticals anymore. They have luckily been on board with it. Do you find that more doctors are getting there?
Yeah, I'm seeing that more and more. And what's so funny is sometimes it's our job to teach them, because they knew what I knew. I knew pharmaceuticals, and I knew them like the back of my hand. After 40 years, I knew what was for what. And then I started realizing it's like we're in a world of a pill for an ill. And we need to go back to plant-based, because what I love about cannabis, the world of cannabis, guys, is we have an endocannabinoid system. And we don't have an ibuprofen system and a pain med system. We have an endocannabinoid system that actually helps your body do what it needs to do. And they have these receptors all over our body that when you give it that little bit of cannabis, whether you smoke it, eat it, or take it in tincture form, your body is going to feel it and it's going to react to it. But you also got to give it time, because for so many generations, we have been told, you know, it's taboo. It's a bad thing. And, you know, but think about this. With CBD, my first question people will ask me, it's like, well, wait a minute. Can I take it? You know, I'm pregnant or I'm breastfeeding. You know what the answer is? Yeah. You know why? Because the most CBD cannabinoids that you find in a human body is during breastfeeding, is when we produce the highest amount of cannabinoids during breastfeeding. And the healthiest babies in the world, you know where they're found? Jamaica.
They all breastfeed for a long time.
Yeah, and they all smoke. And they have CBD, and you do DNA tests on them, and it's in their blood system, because they've always stayed with it. We've, as in the US and a lot of other countries, they've banned it from us. We've not been able to get our hands on it.